We've known one another for a long time. I've known the founders of ComScore my entire business career. And the merger took place at this time because the consumer's ready. And we've been working, even before the merger was announced, with common customers about building cross-platform tools. And in the sandbox, we have been working on plans. And in a couple of weeks, the customers will see those plans. But think about them in a very simple way. To follow the consumer across all the screens. Millions of screens of television, millions of screens of laptops, cell phones, and PDAs and tablets, across how the consumer is viewing content and using the publisher sites. Think about the publisher sites that don't necessarily have content that the television networks have. How do those sites fit into the ecosystem? How do they support a buy with additional reach and a lot more frequency? All right, those are questions that have to be answered now because the brand owners can't get the productivity gains they expect from media unless those tools exist. And we've been working on those tools.
Now you mentioned mobile, you mentioned smartphones. Do you have the capability to integrate smartphone usage into your analytics?
Yes, we have to, and we do. And that was the reason for the merger. ComScore focused on the digital of all the screens. Rentrak focused on television of all the screens. And that's what the ad agencies have been asking for. That's what the brand owners have been asking for because they told their agencies to do just such. That's why there was the billions of dollars in review, because the tools were just, quite frankly, dysfunctional for how the market has to function now.
Mm-hmm. Now, you talked about this as census, but in fact, it's sample. It's a large sample. Is it 120 million television households?
Yeah, 120 million television sets for video on demand.
Okay.
For linear television viewing, it's about 20 million households or 40 million television sets. So it's your two national footprints from satellite. It's one of the large telco video delivery companies, several cable companies, where the service is built from the zip code up, where you do estimation of the data that you don't have from the data that you do have. And then you estimate for over-the-air on different parameters. So all 210 local markets add up to the national number. And one of the key benefits to the brand owners with Rentrak has been you can upshift and downshift. You build a national plan, but then the local plan adds to the national plan because the markets work in sync. The numbers add up, if you would. So that's been a core tenet. Focus on getting it right in local, and then you don't have to worry about the national product. And the multi-platform products that we will have together as the new ComScore will be reflective of that attribute, national and shift into local and back and forth.